Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cast-off. It is Puckett alongside Benson and Mr. X, and this is a show we have wanted to do for years. We had a ton of fantastic submissions.
Why I should be in the cast-off.
I'm a 19-year-old undergrad student.
I am really good at playing video games.
I love Call of Duty. I love being weird.
I did compete from COD 1 all the way through Modern Warfare 2.
We are back with the MLG X Games Invitational. A lot on the line for our 8 teams. And we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Cast-Off Season 2. It's Chris Puckett, Benson, and Mr. X as always. And if you've missed any of our first 2 shows, we're going to catch you up today.
You're doing life wrong.
Yeah, you really are.
You're doing life incorrect.
Really, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you got something better to do? I don't think so. Let's take a look at how things are going to break down. Of course, we're in the second week so far of the cast-off. We're going all the way to May 22nd, and there's some major milestones along the way. This is the last of our contestant selection show. We're going to find 5 more people on today's show to join our first 11, which will advance to the live casting rounds. You can see the live cast-off rounds start next week, Ben. Woo! And that second one, it's on my birthday, and we're starting off your birthday on Monday. So it's going to be a fantastic birthday week here. Saturday? Way off.
May the 2nd.
Yeah. Close
2nd and 7th. We end the week with mine and kind of start/finish.
And my birthday's in October.
Hell yes, Matt.
We're May babies.
You're
okay?
included. Team selection draft. This is something very special, something unique to Cast-Off Season 2. Ben, explain the draft real quick.
So we're going to have our set casters in a pool, if you will, and then both myself, Matt, and Puckett are going to draft our pair of casters. And we can assume safely they'll probably be seeded. I think it's fair to say we'll have the most likely candidate we think is going to win, coming in number 1 seed, and that's who we're going to fight over. It's going to be interesting because after we draft the pair, we're going to try and give them some tutoring, if you will, coach them a little bit as how they can potentially be that duo that could progress all the way through.
Now that tutoring is going to end on the 18th, as the 19th is when we'll see the live cast-off round number 2 with our finalists. And of course, the finale, May 22nd, find out who will win a trip to the X Games to cast alongside Mr. X, Benson, Maven, and myself. The X Games, such an incredible event. It's coming up here to the first week of June. It's going to be the Pro League Finals with our top 8 teams. Who do you guys think is not going through to the X Games so far?
You can safely say Optic Nation.
Optic Nation?
Yeah.
Matt, you got a team on
Oh,
the
man,
low end right
they
now?
are riding the struggle bus. Yeah, those guys.
It's a
They're all the way at the
struggle bus, that's for
bottom,
sure.
and it doesn't look like they have any chance of making it out.
Well, we're looking, of course, for the world champions, Denial, to try and defend their title as they take on the best from the Pro League. Many more to come, though, but let's take a look at what we're looking for today. This, of course, is our cast-off criteria. Us experts will be judging the submissions based on their voice, on camera presence, delivery, tone, entertainment, and game knowledge, and we talk about it every show. Not necessarily just in that order. Because it's the X Games, we want to be appealing to as wide of an audience as possible. So being entertaining, being great on camera, and just having that fun energy is really going to be some of the top criteria I'm looking for today. So let's get into it, guys. Before we get into contestant number 1, we got to take a look at who's come through. Ben, start us off with our first submission day. Who are some of the big names you were impressed by?
There was a few which kind of stood out to me a little bit. Double E was massively impressed by this guy's voice. And then, of course, you may recognize Fatten. Paradox, they're back again, kicking some butt. Drum roll. His intro was awesome. He really stood out to me and kind of has me stuck in his head. Then, of course, it was Mr. Bio. I wasn't a massive fan of him. I gave him the X. YouTube put him through.
Right.
But we can actually announce today he's actually pulled out of the cast-off.
Mr. Bio's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I did not assassinate him before the conspiracy theorists start
You killed him.
coming at me. He actually got an internship, I believe. That's correct,
Yeah.
right? So congratulations to him.
Yeah,
That's pretty
congrats.
awesome.
Conflicts with a lot of the dates, though, said he
Right.
wasn't able to get those times
You're
off.
not going to X Games, but hey, you'll get a whole lot of life experience in your internship.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congrats,
No,
to
congrats
Mr.
for
Bio
congrats
for your internship. So that actually knocked us down a contestant, which makes things very interesting going into today. But as well as those people, we also had some more coming through from last Thursday as well.
Yes, and of course, I was incredibly impressed by Air Landon. Loved his voice, but You two went with Jay as the best on the day and arguably the best caster so far in the cast-off.
Yeah, I thought Jay was really good. I thought Schweffy was really good as well. Same with Air Landon. Those were probably my top 3 from second day.
Schweffy got dressed in his intro video.
Yeah, he put
down to the second. He finished his tie and through to the cast-off. One of the most impressive introductions we've seen so far today. So the bar's been set pretty high, and the question now is who will be able to join our first 10 in the next round. We're going to start off today with a guy named Paulus. We'll take a look at his caster bio. Now Paulus wants to join the squad coming from Chapin, South Carolina. Now I have a feeling we've seen this guy before.
We have. We saw him in Season 1, and he was the individual, if you remember, who had his face covering the camera, which is one of Matt's biggest pet peeves.
Oh, yeah.
Don't have that face. Yeah, if he has the face on the camera again.
Yep. Volunteers in events to help them run smoothly. He's been a referee at a couple of UMG events. Current profession, landscaping. That's interesting. Favorite Call of Duty game, COD 2. Old school. Real old school. And what's interesting about this is if you look at that picture, I think Paulus is being pretty smart.
Hold on, Puckett, are you reading why he should be selected?
Yeah.
Just go to the part. The part that struck you, the same part that struck me.
I sure hope so. Reasons why he should be selected.
What?
I already know a lot of pros personally, so interviews would be fun. I am cute, so 10K extra viewers will just be Justin Bieber and One Direction fans to retweet the stream. I assume that's what caught you?
No.
No.
I am fun to hang out with outside of gaming. Ask Ben.
Ask Benson. Okay, Ben.
Ask me about
Ben has hung out with everybody.
Everybody has either cast with Ben
Or hung out with
they've
him.
gone
No,
to his house. They've cooked food with
I've
Ben.
hung out
I'm a
with
sociable
Puckett.
guy.
I've hung out with Maven, Scott Gandhi.
I'm a sociable guy.
That's
I like
about it.
I like to know the community. I like to really befriend the community. Or at least the nice people.
You're a real man of the community.
I really am.
all of your friends.
You could be the people's caster. I'll be the
Yeah,
community's
you're a
caster.
real man of the community.
All right, well, let's get into our first introduction of the day, guys. This is Richard going by Paulus.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yo,
This is
smart. He
Richard.
went with Chance's
South
Blue
Paulus
Wall and was like,
again.
yo, it's the Paulus Red Wall
And
Season
I
2.
worked at Atlanta Iron Gaming, Chattanooga Iron Gaming, and RTX, and Orlando UMG with Benson, and Orlando and Nashville UMG with Matt. I know how it is to work at these tournaments,
Matt.
you know, and
Matt would be referring to
I've
me.
worked behind the scenes, and I've always
Fact.
wanted to become a caster, like I've told you before. Like, I've been watching since I was 14 years old. Now I'm 22. I've been doing this for a very long time.
8 years, man.
And I used to play Call of Duty 4 competitively. Every single game that's been on MLG console, Xbox 360, I've played. Gears of War, just ask me. And a little
Just
bit
ask
of
him,
PC
Chris.
games I've even dabbled with.
Ask him, Chris.
I know a lot about the
makes
game,
it
and
the
I'm
next round. I'm
just
asking.
like
You're
Fliz,
old
turned
school.
from
You
ref
know these old
to,
school games. These
you know, caster. And I would really appreciate it if you guys would give me a chance. Thank you.
All right, Paulus, my initial feedback, which I believe I gave you on the first time of the cast, you got to hit me with that energy. I couldn't make out the words you were saying in your second sentence, so enunciate a little bit, but that's just the introduction. I'm hoping to see a little bit more energy in the full cast. Guys, any thoughts before we jump into that live gameplay?
Needs more energy. Same thing that I was gonna say. His description of himself is like funny.
Right.
Show is the funny.
Like he should just read off this. I'd probably laughed a little bit.
He's very polite and well-mannered and a good personality with a kind heart. Let's see how his
believe
gameplay casting is, though, as we take a listen to our first cast of the day.
Hey, we're coming in here live. Sorry about that break, everybody. It is 2-2 right now. Optic Gaming versus Team Caliber. They're on a stalemate, on a send, capture the flag. There's a guy chasing Neslo right now. This will be crucial if they pick him up. No, they can't pick him up, but they do. Scump with the nice punch in the shot.
All right, there's that
nasty.
energy.
And Karma gets taken out by Theory. Can someone pick him up? Someone picked up Theory. Crimson picks up the flag and caps it. What a clutch play by Crimson.
live.
What a coordinated flag cap. We're jumping on board with Crimson. He jumps up balcony, shoots Neslo in the back, takes him out. This is another coordinated push. 3 down by TK. Can they get another flag cap here? This will be crucial with 2 minutes left. They pick up another player. They need to pick up another player before they even think about touching the flag. Crimson
like it's
goes
too
down.
forced.
Formal goes down. Scump's the last guy.
think he's
He's been
yelling.
hot. He's been hot. And he's down. He's been taken out. Nobody left on the TK side. Goon shoots
he
at
just completely
Karma and just
lost it.
lets him run by. He punches him in
I'm
the
out.
face. Crimsix, what are you thinking? Goonchar says, get out of here. Can they coordinate a push here? From TK, he picks up another kill. That's 2 dead. But Karma, he had your flag. You left him leaving. He came all the way back with your flag. But Sharp clutches it. He gets the kill.
I think I'm out as well.
He picks up the flag.
The
Can they
energy is
capture
like
the
good,
flag
but
and
I don't
tie
know
up
what it
here?
is. He's just kind of like yelling at me.
Crimsix had your flag the whole time. He was on your base. He's in his own base now. It's another stalemate.
Yeah.
He's in your base.
I'm
He's
out,
in your
I'm
own
out.
base.
He's in
all
his
the bases,
base.
Chris.
Chris, which base is he in? He's in that base, this base. Home base.
Accuracy not as strong.
No,
suit.
the energy was good though.
Energy from
Energy
his
was really
last
good.
intro to this
Yeah.
one, it was the exact same. But his gameplay,
He needed to mix his intro and his cast and energy, and it would have been fun.
I think one of the other things there, the only reason that, well, not the only reason, but I think one of the main reasons both of you guys went out also was the inaccuracies. Quite a few things said inaccurately there. They need to have a coordinated effort. Here's another coordinated effort. He needs to get a kill. They need to get a kill. Lots of repetition as well.
I like the energy though.
But
It was great energy.
The energy was much better. As Ben said, at some point you could tell it was forced, but you got to fake it a little bit. Not going to lie. Not all the time are you going to be hyped, especially when you're doing a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
You got to know the right points to inflect, and I feel like some of them you're just inflecting to inflect. So I think
Let's get hyped
be
just
a
to get
little bit
hyped.
more selective. Get excited over the hype moments. This, of course, was an intro video, so you're trying to show us full range. But I think, Palace, I'm going to have to say no as well. That's going to be 3 straight across the board. Appreciate you submitting a second submission here.
It was much better than his first submission.
Any other
Much better than his
notes,
first
guys,
submission.
of how he could improve going into
Combine-
maybe cast off 3?
Combine his first submission with his second submission.
And a little bit
And
more
then
accurate.
then
and
you're
you're in a nice
Like,
place, yeah.
in all honesty, the reason that I ultimately went out was he lost complete. There was that moment where he just lost like what was going on, and you could see because he was saying something, he stopped and he paused. He was like, okay,
Let me
like,
reset.
hold on, and it was just so like anti how the rest of the cast was, which was very loud and excited. So it stood out even more. That kind of pause of dead time, and he didn't fill it with anything.
Right.
So it was like, yep.
One other thing I would note is anyone else who wants to do this, and potentially if we have a season 3, make sure you listen to your first recording and take notes on yourself.
Right.
This is your one opportunity where you're not live. You get a chance to do multiple takes if you want. We'll never know how many practice
Right.
takes you did before you submitted. So
Until you get to the live.
watch it
stages.
down. Make sure you're comfortable with the gameplay. Record your casting at the initial time. Watch that back before you hit the send button. Make some critiques on it. Make a few changes. Go at it again. And then submit, I think, on a second or third time. You'll be much happier with your product and much higher chance of moving on to the next round.
Yeah.
But Palace, thank you for the submission. We're going to have to pass on our first contestant of the day. The second one is a guy who's been in the chat every single show. He's been in my nightly stream. He's been in Mr. X's nightly stream. One Murphy really wants to be a caster. He's hitting us up constantly on social media,
Yo.
and I can't wait to see what his introduction and cast are all about.
He can move on real quick if he gives me a yacht.
Yeah, I was about to say, listen to the same thing. He's a car/yacht salesman. If I happen to have a yacht all of a sudden appear in my apartment, I am down.
How do you even get into being a yacht salesman?
Where is he from?
You make big plays. That's how you get involved.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
How many yachts are there in Oklahoma?
Now, one of the coolest things from his why he should be selected, my biggest
Yeah.
goal is to get esports and Call of Duty on the main stage of ESPN. I've always wanted to be a sports broadcaster announcer, and I feel that with time, I can accomplish that. One Murphy, I am right there with you. We share the same goal. Let's meet you in person.
Guys, my name is Tyler Murphy, also known as One Murphy, and this is my application for the Cast-Off Season 2. A little bit about myself is I'm actually 26 years old, and currently I'm actually in Oklahoma City, but in a week and a half I'm actually moving to Tampa, Florida. Going to be taking my new career down there. My career as of now is I'm actually a car salesman. Well, technically I'm a manager. I've been a car salesman for 5 years, been in the business for that long, and I've been a manager for 2 years. Now, the downfall with that is it actually ruined my casting career back in Black Ops 2. I used to cast all the time for places like PA Organization, Rival Caster, and just used to just cast randomly and just post to YouTube and stuff like
That's
that.
kind of like what happened with
Whenever
Dirt.
I became
I had
manager,
to take
it
some
kind of
time
took
off.
over my life, so I
Focus on
couldn't
some
really
other
do
things.
it anymore. But the cool thing about it is now I'm moving to Florida to actually get into yacht sales. Yeah, I know, great for me, even better. But it's going to free up my time a little bit more, and I'm actually getting more into casting again, and I'm excited to do it because one of the big things that I like to do is I'm a hype man. I'm search and destroy. I love to cast search and destroys, play-by-plays, analytical. I'm not the best at, but you know what? I can always learn that. But one of the reasons why I think you guys should pick me for the cast-off is, well, I'll see you guys in just a second.
Well, why you should choose me is, well, the cool thing is you can do something like this. I'm going to go ahead and head to Austin and New York.
Burnout action.
If you call that a
You guys
burnout.
liked that video and enjoyed my personality. I'm a very fun guy, and hopefully I'll hear from you guys.
My friends love stuff like that.
Is he coming to our house?
There was no burnout.
You can go, I mean, you can stay at your house. I'll come visit.
He's coming to Austin. He's coming to New York, he said.
Where was the tie? Like, I want to see him, like, donut. Like, do something impressive. If you can get in your car and it's
Vin
a nice car
Diesel
like
would
that.
have done a backflip in that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No Fast and Furious. But one thing I did like from his intro video was he kind of pointed out, okay, this is what I'm good at, but this is also what I'm bad at. Too many times you'll see people who are kind of like, I don't want to tell them what I'm really bad at because it makes me look really bad.
Right.
Not true.
Yeah.
It kind of gives us insight as to, okay, well, we know he's not going to be very analytical, but he said he's willing to work on it. So compensates that nicely.
You can work on the analysis side of things.
Yeah, definitely. As long as he can speak fluently, I think he should be okay.
I honestly don't know if I would tell people in my first
I would.
introduction.
100%. It builds honesty and, like, respect instantly. Like, immediately now. Like,
You
okay,
earned Benson's respect when you admit you know absolutely nothing.
No, when you're honest. Like, he was immediately honest off the bat, so you know that he's more than likely going to be truthful with you for the rest of the show if he progresses through.
Ben, trust you right away. It's time to hear your cast, though. This is One Murphy with the second cast of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the round 11 here.
Love the
Optic
voice.
Gaming versus Team
Yeah, it's a
Caliber
cool
on
voice.
Drift. Search and destroy. Nezel's got the bomb already, and Team Caliber's already pushing hard over here to the B-bomb. But Karma, he's got the sniper, just waiting for someone to poke their head out, and nothing coming from that, but he's going to throw that stun out there. But, ooh, Scumpy able to pick up Sharp for the first blood. And it looks like Nezel able to clean up Scumpy pretty quickly there. A minute and 10 seconds left.
I know we
And
don't do a
already had
check mark or
3v3
anything, but I'm
as they got
in.
Back on board with Nezel. Nezel's taking fire
Already?
from all over the place from Optic. And it looks like they're going to try to decide what to do with this bomb. And the smart play is exactly what they're going to do here is they're going to start to rotate back through their spawn and actually start to push through A. But we're going to hop back on board with Karma. Karma's trying to check to see back there. Oh, possibly would have saw someone from Team Caliber. And as you're going to start to see them rotate, yes, TK is already getting over to A, and it looks like Optic noticed that they were going over there, making a perfect call out there. But Formal back in TK spawn here, and it looks like he's gonna possibly meet up with Goonjar and one other player from Optic. And Goonjar is gonna go, take out Crimsix. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Formal almost getting taken out by Goonjar. Goonjar 14-8, almost got an amazing clutch two-piece there, but able
I'm a
to
fan as
not
well,
get that
Puckett.
taken out. But Nezel, 28 seconds left in this game, and it's gonna
Only
be
thing
him
I'm worried
putting the
about
bomb.
is he's like talking so fast and so much. How like is he gonna cast
How do you
somebody
hand it
else?
off?
Right? That's the only thing I see going forward. That's maybe an issue. Otherwise, I'm a big fan as well.
Now
I agree.
2v1. Theory is the last person alive from TK. It's coming down to the wire. 30 seconds left for this bomb to fuse. You're going to see Formal already defusing the bomb. And Theory trying to take him out right there. But no, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, why would you throw the nade? Karma pushed, and he throws the nade and kills Formal. But that kill right there does nothing because Karma's able to kill you and takes him out. Theory and TK, they go down
Scrappy
with
ending.
Karma.
Yeah, that was a little rough at the end. Don't really question players if you're not an analyst. I think would be a good rule of thumb.
Does that and then, like, kills you. Like, that didn't really fit with what he was going. And he said, ladies
The
and
only
gentlemen.
slip up.
The only thing I didn't like, because I thought that was really good. I'm immediately on board. He gets 100% yes.
You
from
didn't
me.
like the ladies and gentlemen part.
No,
I
because
actually thought that was unique, and he was
No.
opening the conversation back up to the audience.
But he said it in the first time, I'll let it go. But then saying it again, like 10 seconds after you've just said it, that's like your cushion word, and that isn't a good cushion to have. If ladies and gentlemen is your go-to, like every time there's a pause, it's like ladies and gentlemen, like, hey Matt, you know that was a great two-piece from that formal. Ladies and gentlemen, over now to like, you know what I'm saying? If that's like your cushion,
I would look at you like you're crazy.
right? Exactly, and that's my worry because in a short space of time, you had him say it twice.
Got it.
But 100% yes, 100% without a doubt, no shadow of a doubt.
It's good.
I was in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, you
because
were in pretty quick.
the voice was incredible. Inflections were spot on, and I felt like he was telling a story coming out of the gates. You come in, You grab the audience's attention like that, and you just get them energized in that round 11. It was the perfect call, the perfect amount of energy. Didn't need too much of a setup. I felt like you were calling everything accurate up until the last 30 seconds. One thing you need to be super cautious about, if you did say that analyzing the game is a weakness, don't question the plays. Just call them. Let someone like Matt, let someone like Chance jump in there and talk about why that play was a big deal or a big fail. That would be kind of my words of advice moving forward.
Super ironic. Mentions in his intro, I'm not that good at analytical side.
That was an awful play.
That was a terrible play.
Now, was it a good play?
really good.
Let's bring up the question. Was it a good play to throw out the nade before trying to take on the challenger?
I mean, he can't
knew someone
see
was
the
on
challenger
bomb.
running up the hill. That's the main thing about it.
And
It's
he knows the guy's on bomb. Like,
right,
he
he
has to
knows
kill
the guy's on bomb.
It's a good
If he
nade. Kill the
pushes
guy.
up,
He killed the
well,
guy,
his
right?
logic is, okay, if the guy doesn't push up, I'm going to get this guy off bomb, then I have chances one-on-one. He goes to throw the grenade. Conveniently, at the same time, Karma pushes up.
Right. That's just
Karma
bad
just
timing.
catches him.
So
yeah, it's
basically,
like,
by saying it's a huge mistake, you're putting fault on the player that is undeserving because in this situation they don't have the information that us as casters
I mean,
do.
if anything, it was a good play because he knew someone was on the bomb. He didn't want to reveal his position. He killed the guy with his nade. It was just unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
It's classic COD timing.
So, One Murphy, you're going through to the next round. Congratulations, but definitely some red flags for us judges here for the following rounds. Congratulations on being 6'6" as well as our second
He's
potential
6'6"?
red-haired
and he's
caster.
Ginger.
I mean,
You guys would be best friends, man.
yeah, we could be like the Ginger duo.
I would love to see
Only
you two
he's
standing
6'6".
back to back.
Let's not do that. He would be the tallest caster.
And then
too.
playing
That makes
basketball in
sense.
New York City. All right, so Tyler Murphy,
Get
a.k.a.
dunked on, like,
One
no.
Murphy, is going to be our first contestant through from today. How does he stack up against the others in your mind? Because I think I have him right there with
He's right
Landon
near
and
like
Jay.
where Jay is, I think, with me.
Ben says not yet.
No, not yet. Too many.
Ben doesn't love it.
That, like
Ben
when
loves
you
get jeweled.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yo, Puckets,
I'm
yo,
a fan of Jay, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Banana Boys.
Duo, Banana Boys. Sorry.
We'll invite you to the club one day.
yeah.
I am in at the club. It's fine. Anyway,
Must suck to be on the
I
outside.
would say he's probably like fourth, fifth, maybe.
Fourth,
I
fifth.
think his ending was extremely weak comparative to his beginning,
Right.
and you know, like he basically criticized the play, which wasn't bad at all.
Right.
Which, okay, X Games isn't a big deal, but to the core competitive audience that are gonna watch the stream, they're gonna be there like. what are
That's
you
the
doing
key.
with
You got to keep both parties happy.
Right.
You got to introduce it to the new fans, which I think the Voice the Energy is going to get you there, but then you also have to entertain the existing hardcore
Yeah.
fan base. So, One Murphy's going through, but we have plenty more contestants to look at coming in. As our third contestant on the day, we have Ryan Cavalier. 20 years old from Texas Lutheran University, and he says he should be selected because public speaking is something that I've always been told I've been good at, not writing, something I have felt that I have been good at. I love video games with a passion, especially Call of Duty. This is the perfect chance for me to be able to combine what I want to be in my future, a professional speaker, with the best thing I have had in my life, video games. Okay.
Motivated.
His fun fact, as a child, I grew up in a secluded neighborhood, staying up all night playing video games. Not necessarily the most fun of facts, but it's a fact, I guess. Sounds kind of scary.
Fun fact is, like, I have 6 toes. Anyway.
You have 6 toes?
Dude, they're fantastic. All 6 of them.
I've rubbed Puckets' feet before. It's weird.
Let's take a look at Blazin, though, with his caster introduction.
You guys are too much.
Nah. How's it going? Blazing Menace here from New Braunfels, Texas. That's right, 45 minutes down the road from Austin, right down where the X Games is going to be.
I like his Futurama post.
Don't mind me. I was hungry. Now,
I do kind of mind
I'm
that.
currently enrolled
He's
at
just
Texas
eating.
Lutheran University in
I had no
between
idea what that
sophomore and
poster
junior
was, by the way.
status.
What?
I work at Best Buy here in New Braunfels. I'm 20, so well over the age of 18. And my Call of Duty experience ranges from the original all the way up until the newest one currently available. Now, my first experience
Newest
with
one
competitive
currently
gaming
available?
on Call of Duty was
Do you
Black
know what
Ops
the title
2.
is called?
I enjoyed it thoroughly, and that is also when I found codcasting. Now, I've always been able to be the one to voice my opinion in any situation, being outgoing, very loud, movements, hand gestures, the whole shebang.
Whoa.
This is the one opportunity I've been looking for, and is the one opportunity I want to get. So without further ado, in the description below will be the link to my video of my submission for Season 2 of the Cast.
Eating was a huge mistake
Yeah.
for 2 reasons. Number 1,
Disrespectful.
it made you look like an ass. I'm going to be honest with you. And number 2, you could hear him going like that because he had like food in his mouth and he couldn't like kind of get rid of it. And that just sounded really weird.
I'm hungry.
As a
And also,
state-
yeah, it made me really hungry. I have had nothing to eat today. I'm rather peckish.
I want to. I don't know. I wanna make
you
a
want to give him
statement
answer
for
already, don't you?
all
Yo.
future
You want
contestants.
I'll make a statement. I'm out already. I make that statement.
All right.
You put the seed.
You've already done that once.
Yeah,
this
I
season.
was going to do
plant
it
the
right
water,
now.
I'm out. Mark me
So
out.
you don't just come into
I'm
a job
hungry, you
interview
just- yeah.
eating food and
I want
licking
to see. I want to
fingers?
see his casting when
I'm out.
when he stopped eating. Hopefully, we don't hear any.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to hear the inside of your mouth, but we will listen to your cast.
Watching
Here
me
he
really
is
good,
with
you're
his
gonna feel
gameplay.
like an ass.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on round 11, Optic Gaming versus Team Caliber. It looks like we are actually going to be pushing up on B with TK. We're going to switch over to Karma right here, and he's actually looking over the B bomb. Little gunfire breaks out. It looks like Skunk actually takes out Sharp, and then Neslo brings it back down 3-3
Not a whole lot of
in the
energy.
game. And
Or
as we can
flow
see, looks
so
like
far.
Neslo's actually pushing up. No, wait. They are going to go
Is he
back.
still eating?
And is the whole team. It looks like the entire TK team is actually going to push back and go around. Looks like they actually are going to push towards A, and it does look like Formal realizes that and calls it out to Karma, and Karma sees it. And they are able to make a play here, and as they look like they're pushing back around towards TK, as they just did, it'll catch them off guard a little bit. And as we move up to Formal, we can actually see that he's looking around. He actually spots Goon, and it looks like Goon actually takes out Crim 6. The Formal was actually able to take out Goon. Here we go. As we move up,
Yeah, there's
you see
just
that
no
Neslo's actually
flow
going
to
plant
this.
the
I got to
bomb.
get out there.
So that's actually going to make it a little bit harder for Optic Gaming right here. And his little punch that he does, Formal actually looks like he actually takes someone out. And is he going to do it? And he gets a little headshot in the game. And he looks like he's about to take out the bomb. Karma right here, new guy on Optic, going against Theory. Looks like Theory spotted Karma, and he's going to try and take him out. I believe Theory actually noticed that there's someone defusing the bomb. He shoots a grenade in there, but was not able to take out Karma, but he was able to take Formal. But looks like Karma is going to be able to defuse the bomb for the win on this game, and that makes it 6-5 Optic, and that is 2-0 in the series. Moving on to the next game.
After a paragraph, he would go, and you can't do that in a microphone. It's going to pick it up every single time, and that would drive me nuts after about 2 hours of listening, let alone 3 days of X Games.
It just didn't seem strung together.
No.
It was like, here's a statement, I'm a pause. There's something completely different than what I was just talking about. And he said it in completely different style, too. Like, one would be energetic, the one would be okay. It would be a little bit more casual and peaceful. That just...
Where I went out, though, was not because he was eating or making noises with his mouth other than casting. I went out because he couldn't string segments of that single gameplay together.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the action, he could call it. He didn't do a phenomenal job of calling it, but he could call it. He could keep up with it. The lulls he couldn't fill properly, and very generic blanket statements are the safe way to go, but you got to at least execute those with some energy or something. Fake it like you know what's happening and like you know what's going on, but you don't want to tell the audience yet. They have to stay tuned and find out. The energy was not there from the get-go, and I think it was really the delivery and the flow that caused the biggest issues for you in that one, Ryan. I'm out, and I think so far we just have one in our first 3.
Yeah, we do. Just one Murphy going through.
Thoughts on Ryan there, Matt? I know you didn't even get a chance to listen to his cast. You're already out, but
I was
feedback.
already out. No, like you guys said, he would just say like a statement, and then he would just say something completely like that just you didn't tie anything together. It's like there's a guy over there. The guy's just dead.
What's he doing?
The bomb's down. 2 guys in the back getting shot. I was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, no, just string that stuff together.
Other facts. All right, well, we have plenty more contestants still to go on today's show. Guys, don't go anywhere. The cast-off continues after this.